Hey guys, I want to talk to you a little bit about time boxing or time blocking. These are different terms to refer to a way of planning out your day that many successful entrepreneurs and business people use. The basic principles are that you make a list of what to do that day, you set times scheduled for each task, and then you schedule out when you are going to do those things. There's a lot of different ways to do this. Elon Musk time blocks his day in 5-minute increments. If you're like me, that sounds horrible. And so I'm going to teach you a couple principles of how to just start when you want to implement some of these, but not everything. So your first step is make a success list. These are the things, 3 to 7 tasks that you have to get done that day to really feel successful. You set yourself up for success from the beginning. Then you're going to want to assign time to each of those tasks. Will it take you 15 minutes, 20 minutes, or an hour? Now, if it's going to take you more than an hour, you probably want to break it down into smaller chunks, and I'll explain why in a minute. With this, most people struggle to be really objective with how much time it's going to take you to do something. And so if you think about, okay, in the best case scenario, this is how much time it will take. In a typical scenario, this is how much time it will take. And in a worst case scenario, this is how much time it will take. Choose a time assignment in between worst case and typical. Never choose best case because we don't live in that kind of a world. Number 3, once you have your list, 3 to 7 things, you've assigned a time to each of them. Now it's time to put it in your schedule. Typically, you want to put this at the beginning of your day. If you can get into the office an hour early and put 3 blocks of 20-minute times in there, you can tackle your 3 most important things that day right off the bat before things get crazy. If you're not able to do that, if there is a break in your day where there's just a natural change from one type of thing to another, put it in the middle. After lunch is a great time to put in a block of time to tackle those 3 to 7 most important things, the 2 succeed things. The other thing that you need to know is human beings naturally put off tasks we don't want to do. So therefore, we schedule it. This is where the scheduling piece is really important. You want to schedule the most uncomfortable, the most procrastination-worthy thing right at the beginning. Don't procrastinate. Put the hard tasks right up front. Schedule your time blocks towards the beginning of the day, if at all possible, or when there's a natural break. 3 to 7 things. Don't do more than that. Trust me on this. And then assign time slots to each task. Put it in your calendar. Keep it religious. You guys, put your phone on Do Not Disturb. If there is some kind of chaos that happens, you most likely can put it off to the end of that 20-minute segment. You really don't want to have a time block that's more than an hour, because oftentimes in business, an hour span, there can be crazy things that happen and you really need to get back to people fast. So depending on your industry, depending on your role, your time blocks might not be able to be more than 20 minutes. And if that's the case, you block out 20 minutes and then afterwards you have 10 minutes in your schedule, 15 minutes of reactionary time, where you can make that phone call, respond to that text message, and that's your buffer where it gives you permission to go back into responding mode before you go back to focus mode. So personally, I would do like 20 to 30 minutes of a blocked focus and tackle this task. Take a break, 15 minutes, respond, react, go back in, do that for the first hour and a half of your day. You will see a tremendous difference.